Afternoon. Prayer. Prayer for courage and trust. As the sun reaches its zenith and light floods the earth with brilliant clarity, I come before you, O Lord, in this midday hour seeking courage for the journey and trust that anchors my soul. The morning has passed, the day unfolds before me, and I recognize my desperate need for divine strength to face what lies ahead. Not the courage of human pride or self-sufficiency, but the holy courage that flows from knowing you, trusting your character, and believing your promises even when circumstances seem contrary to your word. Be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart, all you who hope in the Lord. Psalm 31:24. These words become my declaration this afternoon, Father. My hope is in you alone, not in my abilities, not in favorable circumstances, not in the support of others, but solely and completely in your unchanging nature and unfailing love. As I hope in you, I ask that you strengthen my heart, fortify my resolve, steel my determination to follow wherever you lead, regardless of cost or consequence. The sun at its highest point casts the shortest shadows. Similarly, Lord, when I draw nearest to you, when I position myself directly under the light of your presence, the shadows of doubt and fear grow small and insignificant. Distance from you magnifies problems. Proximity to you shrinks them. Intimacy with you breeds confidence. Communion with you generates courage. This afternoon, I choose nearness. I choose to abide in the shadow of the Almighty, to dwell in the secret place of the Most High, where I find refuge and strength. I think of Joshua, standing on the threshold of the Promised Land, tasked with the impossible mission of conquering fortified cities and defeating powerful enemies. You spoke to him repeatedly, "Be strong and courageous." Not once, not twice, but multiple times, as if to emphasize that courage is both a command and a gift, both a responsibility and a divine enablement. You did not promise Joshua an easy path, but you promised him your presence. I will be with you. I will not leave you nor forsake you. That promise extends to me today, in my battles, in my challenges, in my uncertainties. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to move forward despite fear. It is not pretending that danger does not exist or that challenges are not real. Rather, it is acknowledging the obstacles while simultaneously declaring that God is greater. Courage looks the giant in the eye and remembers that the same God who empowered a shepherd boy with a sling has empowered me with his spirit. Courage faces the furnace and determines that even if you do not rescue me from the flames, I will not bow to false gods. Courage approaches the lion's den with peace because it knows that you can shut the mouths of lions or walk with me through their midst. Wait on the Lord. Be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. Psalm 27:14. The repetition of "wait on the Lord" is not accidental, Father. In a culture that demands instant results and immediate answers, you call me to wait, not passively, but actively trusting, expectantly believing, confidently resting in your perfect timing. Waiting is not weakness, it is the posture of faith. Waiting demonstrates trust that you are working even when I cannot see movement, that you are answering even when I have not yet received, that you are faithful even when circumstances suggest otherwise. Trust is the foundation upon which courage stands. Without trust in your goodness, courage crumbles into recklessness or presumption. But with deep, settled trust in your character, your wisdom, your power, your love, courage becomes invincible. I can face anything, endure anything, overcome anything because I trust that you are sovereign over all things and that your purposes for me are good. Trust says, I do not know what tomorrow holds, but I know who holds tomorrow. Trust declares, even if I cannot trace your hand, I can trust your heart. Trust affirms, your ways are perfect. Your will is perfect. Your timing is perfect, even when everything in my experience seems imperfect. As the afternoon sun warms the earth, I feel your spirit warming my soul with renewed courage and deepening trust. The uncertainties that seemed so overwhelming this morning are still present, but they no longer loom as large because I have refocused my gaze. Instead of looking at the storm, I am looking at the storm calmer. Instead of measuring the mountain, I am remembering the mountain mover. Instead of calculating my inadequacies, I am celebrating your all-sufficiency. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths. Proverbs 3:5-6. All my heart, Lord, not partially, not conditionally, not reservedly, but completely, wholly, unreservedly. This is what you ask of me, and this is what I offer you today. I lay down my need to understand everything. I surrender my demand to see the entire path before I take the first step. I release my requirement that you explain your methods before I trust your motives. I simply trust you because you are trustworthy, because you have never failed, because your track record spans eternity and is unmarred by a single broken promise. Leaning on my own understanding has led me astray so many times. My perception is limited, my knowledge incomplete, my judgment flawed. What seems like a setback may be divine setup. What appears to be a closed door may be protection from danger. What looks like a delay may be preparation for something greater. I do not know, but you do. So I trust you to direct my paths, to guide my steps, to order my days according to your perfect wisdom, rather than my imperfect understanding. In acknowledging you in all my ways, I invite your involvement in every area of my life, not just the spiritual moments, but the mundane ones, not just the major decisions, but the minor choices, not just the public victories, but the private struggles. You are Lord of all or not Lord at all. There is no compartmentalizing you, no relegating you to certain hours or certain situations. You are God over my work, my relationships, my finances, my health, my thoughts, my emotions, my dreams, my disappointments. All of it falls under your loving sovereignty, and all of it is subject to your wise direction. The courage I need this afternoon is not for heroic deeds or grand adventures necessarily. It is courage for ordinary faithfulness, courage to keep believing when nothing changes, courage to keep praying when answers seem delayed, courage to keep loving when others prove difficult, courage to keep serving when appreciation is absent, courage to keep trusting when evidence suggests I should doubt. This everyday courage, this consistent faithfulness, this steady obedience, this is what transforms ordinary lives into extraordinary testimonies. I remember Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego standing before King Nebuchadnezzar, facing the fiery furnace. Their courage was not arrogant or presumptuous. They said, "Our God whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us from your hand, O king. But if not, let it be known to you, O king, that we do not serve your gods, nor will we worship the gold image which you have set up." Daniel 3:17-18. This is the courage I seek, courage that believes you can deliver, hopes you will deliver, but remains faithful even if you choose not to deliver in the expected way. Sometimes, Lord, the greatest courage is required not in moments of crisis, but in seasons of monotony. It takes courage to remain faithful when nothing exciting is happening, to keep walking when the path seems endless, to persist in obedience when no one is watching or applauding. It takes courage to trust your timing when everything within me screams for immediate change. It takes courage to believe your promises when circumstances mock my faith. This is the courage I need today, not just for dramatic moments, but for faithful living in the ordinary hours. Trust in you, Father, is my anchor in the storm. When winds of adversity blow and waves of trouble crash over me, trust keeps me moored to the rock that cannot be moved. When currents of doubt and tides of fear threaten to carry me away, trust holds me secure. Trust is not a feeling, though feelings may accompany it. Trust is a decision, a choice, a deliberate act of the will to believe that you are who you say you are and will do what you have promised to do. The Lord is my strength and my shield. My heart trusted in him, and I am helped. Therefore my heart greatly rejoices, and with my song I will praise him. Psalm 28:7. Trust produces help, and help produces rejoicing, and rejoicing produces praise. This is the progression, the divine sequence. As I trust you this afternoon, I position myself to receive your help. And when your help comes, in whatever form, through whatever means, at whatever time, my heart will rejoice and my voice will sing your praise. You are my strength when I am weak, not merely a source of strength among many, but the very foundation of my ability to stand, to function, to persevere. Without you, I can do nothing. With you, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. The difference between despair and hope, between defeat and victory, Between collapse and endurance is your presence, your power, your enabling grace. You are also my shield, my protection against attacks both visible and invisible, both physical and spiritual. You defend me from enemies I see and enemies I do not see, from dangers I recognize and dangers I never even know existed. As I trust in you, help comes. Perhaps not always in the form I expect or the timing I prefer, but always in the form I need and the timing that is perfect. Your help may come as wisdom to know what to do, strength to endure what I face, peace to calm my anxious heart, provision to meet my need, deliverance from danger, or simply the assurance of your presence when I feel most alone. However your help manifests, it is always sufficient, always perfect, always exactly what I need, even if different from what I wanted. The afternoon sun reminds me of your faithfulness that shines consistently, regardless of my circumstances. Just as the sun continues its course across the sky, whether I acknowledge it or not, whether I appreciate it or not, whether I feel its warmth or not, so your faithfulness continues regardless of my awareness, my gratitude, or my perception. You are faithful when I am faithless. You are constant when I am changeable. You are reliable when I am unpredictable. This is not because of anything in me, but because of everything in you. Your nature, your character, your very essence is faithfulness. Courage flows from knowing that I am not alone. If I faced life's battles in my own strength, fear would be appropriate. I am insufficient for the challenges before me, but I do not face them alone. You are with me, in me, for me. The same power that raised Christ from the dead dwells in me through the Holy Spirit. The same wisdom that created universes guides my steps. The same love that sent Jesus to the cross surrounds me always. With such resources, such backing, such divine support, how can I be anything but courageous? The Lord is on my side, I will not fear. What can man do to me? Psalm 118:6. This is not arrogance, but holy confidence. This is not dismissing real threats, but putting them in proper perspective. What can man do to me compared to what God can do for me? What weapon formed against me can prosper when the Lord fights my battles? What scheme of the enemy can succeed when divine wisdom directs my path? The answer is clear. Nothing and no one can ultimately harm me because I belong to you, and you are sovereign over all. I acknowledge, Father, that courage does not mean I will never feel afraid. Even the most faithful heroes of Scripture experienced fear. Moses before Pharaoh, David fleeing Saul, Elijah running from Jezebel, Jeremiah facing opposition, the disciples in the storm. The difference was not that they never felt fear, but that they did not let fear have the final word. They felt fear and chose faith anyway. They experienced doubt and chose trust regardless. They faced impossible odds and chose obedience despite them. This is the courage I seek, not the absence of fear, but the determination to act in faith even when fear is present. Trust develops through testing. Just as muscles grow stronger through resistance, faith grows deeper through trials. Every challenge I face is an opportunity to trust you more fully. Every uncertainty is an invitation to lean harder on your promises. Every difficulty is a chance to discover new dimensions of your faithfulness. What the enemy intends to destroy me, you intend to develop me. What circumstances mean for my harm, you work for my good. In this confidence, I can face trials not as a victim, but as a victor in training. Not as one defeated, but as one being prepared for greater things. The courage you give is not reckless or foolish. It is courage informed by wisdom, directed by your spirit, aligned with your will. It is courage that knows when to speak and when to be silent, when to act and when to wait, when to advance and when to stand still. It is courage that seeks not my own glory but yours, not my own agenda but your purposes, not my own success but your kingdom. This kind of courage never fails because it is rooted not in self-confidence but in God confidence. As the afternoon progresses, I feel courage rising within me like a tide lifted by your spirit. The impossible tasks ahead no longer paralyze me with dread, but energize me with holy anticipation. What am I about to witness you do? How will you show yourself faithful in this situation? What new aspect of your character will I discover through this challenge? These become my questions, replacing the fear-based questions that previously dominated my thinking. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4:13. All things, not some things, not easy things, not things within my natural capacity. All things that you call me to do, I can accomplish through Christ's strength working in and through me. This does not mean I will never struggle, never feel weak, never experience difficulty. It means that in every situation, Christ's strength is available, sufficient, and effective. When I am weak, then He is strong. When I am insufficient, He is more than enough. When I reach the end of my abilities, I find the beginning of His unlimited power. Trust in you, Lord, means I can rest even in the midst of activity. I can have peace even in the midst of pressure. I can maintain joy even in the midst of challenges, because my security is not based on circumstances being favorable, but on your character being faithful. Because my hope is not anchored to outcomes going my way, but to your purposes being accomplished. Because my confidence is not built on everything working out as I plan, but on everything working together for good, as you promise. The trials I face are not signs of your abandonment, but evidence of your attention. You do not test those you does not care about. You do not refine what you does not value. You do not train those you have no plans to use. The very fact that I am being tested, refined, and trained tells me that you have purposes for me, plans to use me, destinies to fulfill through me. This perspective transforms my view of difficulty from, "Why is this happening to me?" to, "What is God preparing me for?" I pray for courage to be honest with you about my struggles. Too often I come to you with pretense, trying to appear more spiritual than I am, more faithful than I feel, more confident than I actually experience. But you know the truth anyway, and you invite me to come boldly to your throne of grace, to find mercy and grace to help in time of need. You are not shocked by my weaknesses, not disappointed by my doubts, not surprised by my struggles. You know my frame. You remember that I am dust, and you love me anyway, completely, perfectly, eternally. Courage to trust you means courage to be vulnerable with you, to admit when I am afraid, to confess when I doubt, to acknowledge when I am weary. It means bringing you not just my victories, but my defeats, not just my strengths, but my weaknesses, not just my faith, but my doubts. In this place of honesty, I find that your grace truly is sufficient, that your strength truly is made perfect in weakness, that your love truly is unconditional and unchanging. As the afternoon sun begins its descent toward evening, I recognize that courage and trust are not achieved once and possessed forever. They must be renewed daily, sometimes hourly. Each moment requires a fresh decision to trust, a renewed commitment to courage, a continued choice to believe your promises over my fears. This is not discouraging but liberating. I do not need courage for tomorrow or next week or next year. I only need courage for this moment, and you provide grace sufficient for each moment as it comes. The Lord will give strength to His people. The Lord will bless His people with peace. Psalm 29:11. Strength and peace. These are your gifts to those who trust in you. Not temporary motivation that fades when circumstances change, but divine strength that sustains regardless of situations. Not fleeting calm that disappears at the first sign of trouble, but deep peace that remains even in the storm. This strength, this peace, they are what I receive as I place my trust in you this afternoon. I remember David facing Goliath, a boy against a giant, natural inadequacy confronting supernatural empowerment. David's courage came not from his own abilities, but from his past experiences of your faithfulness. The Lord who delivered me from the paw of the lion and from the paw of the bear, He will deliver me from the hand of this Philistine. 1 Samuel 17:37. Past faithfulness becomes the foundation for present courage. How you came through before assures me you will come through again. Yesterday's victories fuel today's confidence. Previous deliverances promise future rescue. I rehearse your faithfulness in my own life, Father. Times when you provided, when provision seemed impossible. Moments when you protected when danger was real. Seasons when you sustained when I thought I could not endure another day. Instances when you guided when I had no idea which way to turn. Each memory of your past faithfulness strengthens my courage for present challenges and builds my trust for future unknowns. Courage and trust work together, each strengthening the other. Trust empowers courage. Because I trust your goodness, I have courage to obey your commands. Courage deepens trust as I step out in courage and see your faithfulness. My trust in you grows stronger. This is the upward spiral of spiritual maturity, where each act of faith leads to greater confidence in you and greater confidence leads to bolder acts of faith. The afternoon light reminds me that even as day progresses toward night, your faithfulness does not diminish. You are the same at noon as at dawn, the same at dusk as at midday, the same at midnight as at sunrise. Your character does not fluctuate with circumstances or change with seasons. You are the same yesterday, today, and forever. Hebrews 13:8. This constancy, this unchanging nature, this absolute reliability, this is what makes you worthy of my complete trust and enables my unwavering courage. I surrender my need for control, recognizing it as the false security it truly is. True security comes not from controlling circumstances, but from trusting the one who controls all things. True courage comes not from my ability to manage every detail, but from confidence in your perfect management of all details. As I release my grip on what I cannot truly control anyway, I find my hands free to receive what you want to give me: peace, strength, courage, trust, and the joy of walking in intimate fellowship with you. Thank you, Father, for meeting me in this afternoon hour. Thank you for renewing my courage when it begins to falter. Thank you for strengthening my trust when doubts arise. Thank you for being utterly, completely, absolutely trustworthy, never failing, never changing, never disappointing those who place their confidence in you. Thank you that I can face the remainder of this day and all days to come not in my strength, but in yours, not in my wisdom, but in yours, not in my power, but in yours. As I continue through this afternoon and into evening, I carry with me this renewed courage and deepened trust. I will face what comes not with dread, but with confidence, not with anxiety, but with peace, not with fear, but with faith. I will remember that you are with me, you are for me, you are in me, and nothing can separate me from your love. I will walk in the courage you provide and rest in the trust you enable. Let courage and trust become not just occasional experiences, but the consistent posture of my heart. Let them mark my responses to challenges, characterize my approach to uncertainties, and define my walk with you. Let me become known not as one who never faces difficulty, but as one who faces difficulty with unwavering trust in a faithful God. Let my life testify that you are trustworthy, that your promises are true, that your presence is real, and that courage rooted in faith in you never disappoints. I declare that you are Lord over every situation I face, every challenge that confronts me, every uncertainty that troubles me. I declare that your purposes will prevail, your plans will succeed, your will shall be done. I declare that greater is he who is in me than he who is in the world, that if you are for me, it matters not who is against me, that no weapon formed against me shall prosper. I declare these truths not from presumption but from faith in your word, not from arrogance but from confidence in your character. As afternoon shadows lengthen, I stand tall in the courage you provide and rest secure in the trust you enable. I am not my own, I am yours. My life is not subject to random chance, it is guided by your sovereign hand. My future is not uncertain, it is secure in your promises. My hope is not wishful thinking, it is confident expectation based on your faithfulness. With this courage, with this trust, I move forward into whatever awaits, knowing you go before me, beside me, behind me, and within me. Amen.